Some of you should find this video fascinating. So you might have heard of YC companies, right? Like all the biggest companies in the world, Zapier, Airbnb, uh, SendGrid, right? Like all the companies that we know, all the big software companies have started small in YC. And yeah, even like Aid Sleep and all these amazing companies that I use on a daily basis, they started at Y Combinator, right? A bunch of them, that is. And I decided to make a list of the full YC list. I gave it to my newsletter subscriber a couple of weeks ago, by the way. I did that with Ample Market. So shout out to my friends at Ample Market. And yeah, this list, the offer to these YC companies that they usually get investments, but what's even cooler when you're YC company is a strategic investment, right? Um, let's say that, yeah, I'm going to show you a live example, right? So Valerie, I don't know about Valerie, but apparently Salesforce would be a good fit for a strategic investment. Microsoft and Zendesk, that's the AI outreach that I created for them. Let's see if I know some founders here. Yeah, obviously Brian Chesky wouldn't be the best, but yeah, Amazon, Google, like a huge company, that'd be quite special to have them acquired. But yeah, actually, I might review some of that list, and I might remove some of these humongous companies like Airbnb, right? But yeah, let's take one for example. So So my eyes, and then Google, right? Like Google would be a good strategic investor because Google could have this company, this smaller company, license their tech to them, plus invest some investment in them, and eventually even acquire them altogether. So Google has vested interest in education sector with its Google Workspace for Education. So I mean the So yeah, it's an education management company, so that's a good fit. Microsoft as well has a history in education, right? Education's a big segment for them. And Salesforce, let's see, Salesforce, why? Yeah, Salesforce Education Cloud, right? So these could be three companies that could strategically invest in that company, get their expertise, get their tech, get some of their IP, let's say, and eventually acquire them for 100 million in 3 years if they check all the boxes in the deal. So I made this outreach in some specific way. At first, I tried to filter the company, right? Successfully, I must say. So I asked the AI to, yeah, make a small report, right, to see if it makes sense and give a score. If they would have a good strategic investment score. Some of them had shitty scores, right? All of them that had shitty scores under 60, I pulled them out. Why did I leave the 65? I thought like, okay, maybe the AI is wrong here. I'm still wanting to test these people and let's see if they could actually be the recipients of strategic investments, right? And then after I filtered that list in order, I asked the AI, that's the prompt here, to analyze all this company's information and based on their technology industry and a bunch of other criterias, who could be strategic investors or technology licensees. Consider factors such as industry alignment, strategic value, innovation needs, and potential synergies. Company name. So why this company would be a good fit? Give three of these companies. Only return these three companies and the why no asterisks mention numbers and statistics. Um, and number your findings. And this is what it returned here. Let's see, not this one here. And yeah, that's pretty fun to send. It's a large email again, but I think some more analytical and very successful people like YC founders, they ask a lot of questions and they might be much more into these complex emails that are longer, right? Most of them are smart. Most of them will know that it's AI, but that's good for me. I want them to know that I'm well versed in AI. They are well versed in AI, right? And they are power users of AI, so they should be attracted to this proposition. So, yeah, a couple of things I don't like about this outreach. Well, first, it's a bit too long, but if I do that work for them, it's just that these large enterprises, they're a bit more complex to get in touch with. And I'm not a fan of big enterprise myself. I'm much more of a fan of startups, right? Um, I would still do it. Why? Because I would ask them for shares eventually, right? In equity. I don't mention it here. I want to start just pure commission, right? Prove my work to them and eventually, yes, ask for equity like I usually do with my best clients. YC companies are my favorite in the world, my favorite clients. I had a couple of them so far the last couple of years. And yeah, having shares in these companies, they might end up being $1 billion company, right? So that's fully aligned with my strategy to get the big Bs, get the big billions, like basically, yeah, nowadays I have the small cash strategy fully working and underway. I have the medium cash. Big cash is like probably 50% there. And then this one would be aligned with the big cash. Probably like yeah, we're talking probably 9-figure exits, for myself. And that would be in the 10 to 15 to 20 years time frame. So that's fully aligned with that strategy. That's why I would do it for them. And I also don't never pull the commission offer to strangers, right? That's why filtering YC companies is usually a good fit. These companies are hyper scalable, they're technological companies, and very bullish on them. So let me know if you have questions, if you want the prompt, if you want the list, if you think that's a good idea or not. You let me know in the